Okay, we are live and good to go. This is the Spy Party Saturday stream. Played at a Euro primetime hour. We got a couple of lovely casters here. Oh, whoops, I'm not like. Hey, here we go.
Howdy,
Uh,
howdy.
howdy. We are now live. We got a Spy Party stream going on. This is the Saturday cast, um, also known as the Euro friendly cast. We've got a couple of excellent co-casters today. Uh, we have Dowsey.
Hello, how you doing? It's nice to be back here once more.
Yeah, he's an actual real caster.
In the real life.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And also we have Crazy Kaylee,
Hello, hello.
who is not a caster
I'm not,
professionally, but he does in fact.
but I do talk for a living,
Yeah,
so it sort of counts.
yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's like you cast like somebody's life in a sense.
You could put it that way.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, we got three great matches today. We got Sheph versus Zerodoom from Challenger. Checker, the developer of the game, versus Turnout 8. That should be an excellent match. And then a gold match, Elvis Snake versus Pone Noob.
I'm really looking forward to the last match, particularly because I remember that was the week 1 gold matchup between Elvis and Pone Noob, and Pone Noob played Elvis Snake like a fiddle, and so for me, it's like, has Elvis Snake learned from that? What can he change?
Yeah, we'll see. And I was just looking at sort of the standings in gold, and it's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, looks like Falcon Hit is pretty well locked into top 2, but Pone Noob, Elvis Snake, and Scallions are all sort of playing for that second position. They're all in the runnings.
I think any result other than Elvis Snake wins would pretty much be a wide open field. Even if Pondu wins, he's only got 1 point on Elvis Snake at that point.
Yeah.
If they draw, then basically they're again still both in the running.
All right.
With Elvis Snake up by a point. And if Elvis Snake wins, though, I think he's got a pretty big lead. It'd be 10-9 and then 6-6. And that's a pretty big lead to overcome with only 2 matches left.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we'll get into the first match. Sheph versus Zerodoom. I didn't look fully at the standings, but Sheph is definitely in the runnings for the top 4 slots in Challenger.
Yeah, Sheph's been playing really well. Should be pretty locked into a high.
Yeah, I think it was.
A high seed. I don't know if it's going to be tough. There are a large group of people who are not quite at the top of Challenger, and Sheph is in there with Degree, Ink9, Magic Doer, C9, Pox, and Waterhouse. So it definitely could be in there with a win.
Yeah.
At the start of week 7 Challenger, you got Plastics leading at 11 points, myself high, and Pox Waterhouse tied in second, I suppose, for 10th. Couple 9-pointers, and then Sheph and Zerodoom are so close behind and just 8 points. So, Challenger is really close, and this is one of those matchups that really starts to split the standings.
Yeah, definitely. Challenger is definitely interesting. That that Swiss format really does some interesting things, especially with that large number of people. And all right, and let's get into it. We can start looking at the picks and bans from these two. Let's see. Oh, yep. So the first ban came from Sheph, and that was Gallery.
Gallery's been banned very frequently this year. I don't know why. I think a lot of people are really uncomfortable with Gallery. Either the new players are just uncomfortable with Gallery generally. I notice it's very unpopular in Challenger, or there's something about New Art Gallery that people did not like.
Also one of Zerodoom's more popular picks as well.
Fair enough.
I played Zerodoom, I think, in week 4 or week 2, actually, it may have been, and he was the person who put me on to Gallery. And since then, I've actually enjoyed playing in my SCL matches. So yeah, it's one of his more favorite picks.
Yep. So presumably, Shep is not particularly adept at Gallery, so that would be a good ban if she's or he or she's been paying attention. The first ban out of Zerodoom is Balcony.
Yep.
That is, that's a ban. That's a map that gets banned a lot.
It is a map that gets banned.
It gets banned very often.
Yep.
Because it's just one of those maps. It's a lot of people consider it a coin flip.
Yeah, I think it's a fair ban in most scenarios. Even if you feel confident on Balcony, you're still putting yourself at risk.
All right. The first pick from Sheph is Ballroom. Not a surprise.
It's Library, I think, actually, from Sheph.
Oh, is it? Oh, whoops.
It is. I mean, Library is
okay, yeah. Never mind. You're right.
El Clasico, right?
Yeah. Library. Library is just one of those maps. We see it doubled a lot.
Yeah, Library gets doubled a lot because it's one of the best picks for a style difference. Like if you feel you can camp very effectively, more so than your opponent, then it's a usual pick because it's a map where it's very hard to snipe, and it's not even. It's probably one of the least good maps for behavioralists, just because they can't see the whole party at once.
Yeah,
and it's a little tricky to get behavioral low lights on it.
Yeah,
and also you have to be a very good camper in order to camp on it.
Yeah,
because of the way the level's laid out.
Yeah, it's so easy to sneak by hardtails. Like Bug is almost free, almost.
So Library is a great map for exploiting differences between you and your opponent.
Right, and now it was in fact Zerodoom that picked Ballroom.
Yep, this is his second favorite map, Gallery and Ballroom. Pretty much his go-tos pretty much every time.
Yep, a lot of people like Ballroom.
Yeah, and so it's no surprise, he picks Ballroom and Gallery almost every week.
Yeah, Ballroom's a pretty frequent comfort pick.
Yep. I've been doubling Ballroom an awful lot, and I've been doing pretty darn well on it. So I may start seeing it get banned against me if the other Platinum players are paying attention. Let's find out. The next second pick from Sheph is Pub.
Good old Pub.
Like Pub.
Yeah,
it's quite an interesting one.
We haven't seen a lot of Pub. I mean, it hasn't been banned a lot that I recall, but it just hasn't been picked a lot, I feel.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who sort of routinely bans Pub just out of tradition, but.
Yeah, there's a couple of challengers who will ban Pub as well, and there's a couple of challengers who like to double it as well. Really interesting map. If you are good at etiquette, then you're going to have a field day. You can hard camp a couple of missions as well, Bug, Purloin, and Swap.
Yep.
So it has kind of pretty much everything for everyone.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest maps to shoot for bad pathing on as well.
All right, and that brings us to the last pick. Sheph can claim the winner of Courtyard Chicken because Zerodoom was the one that had to pick it.
So Zerodoom picks, yeah. Go ahead, Devin.
I mean, Zerodoom always says it's not an SCL match unless Courtyard is picked. So I feel like he's almost picking it out of responsibility.
I mean, yeah, it is. It does just have to be picked.
I would say I like Sheph's draft a little bit more than I like Zerodoom's draft. Sheph's seem tailor-made for a specific purpose, whereas Zerodoom is picking, Ballroom and Courtyard, which are, they're comfort picks. They're picks that most players are going to be, comfortable with, and they're picks that I don't feel like really develop much of an advantage for him in particular over Sheph. And what you want to do with the draft ideally is get some kind of advantage over your opponent.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that the Pub pick is the thing that primarily does that as well. Like out of all the four maps picked here, Pub's the one you're less likely to see in an SCL draft, and so automatically gives Sheph some form of advantage over Zerodoom.
Yep.
All right. Well, we can get into it now. Up the game up. We got. I got the first map pretty much ready to go, except for I turned it off. There we go.
Zerodoom is boots on the right.
Yep, I got it. Yep, and we are on Library, and I am ready to go. Are you two ready?
Yep, do it.
Yeah.
All right, I shall count. All right, count it down.
Oh, you can...
I've been doing it when I
count it in from now on, but I'll break the ice. We have a 3, 2, 1 playing it. This is Zerodoom's spy game against Sheph. Boot Spuns Miss B. Lots of different names for her, but we'll have to see what Zerodoom does indeed decide to pull out the bag here, Kaylee.
Going to elect to hang on to the drink for a while at the start, which is interesting. If you're going to stop at the window, usually a lot of players will ditch the drink there, but sometimes you can get behaviorally low lit by hanging on to your starter drink, although I don't know if Sheph's going to look for that much.
Yeah, I don't think Sheph is much of a behavioralist from the games I've seen from them. Zerodoom, certainly not. Most challengers kind of erring towards the idea of camping hardtails and getting their highlights via that, and sniper shots via that as well.
Indeed. 49% on the flirt. We have to nudge ourselves a little bit closer if we want to do a 2 green timer flirt. Doesn't look like that's probably what he's intending. Library is a big map, and there's a lot of time, but starting off with timer flirts is probably not the way to go. And yeah, he is indeed going to leave. Go to a bookcase. Is seen there, so can't count on Sheph having missed him at the books. In fact, Sheph's spending a lot of time over here, and now we're clear. What will he do with that book?
Considering that the Ambassador and Toby is on the other side of the map, that's where you expect the sniper attention to be, and now Sheph does seem to be starting to go over towards that yellow bookshelf and really paying more attention there. Zerodoom has that opportunity, like mentioned, to dump that into the green book, potentially start up an action test transfer on the microfilm, but so far it's just getting those flirts in. 83% is the magic number, means we can white flirt, from any distance, and we'll secure that mission complete.
We might be chasing the seduction target here. It might be going for banana bread. Probably Zerodoom wants to spend a little bit of time not putting that book back. I'm going to hope that Sheph forgets where the book came from, I suspect.
Sheph's not marking books. I feel like since the most recent update, there's a lot of power in marking books. It's very simple. Maps have different orders that you will have to remember, but libraries is easy. It's blue, green, yellow, same as the left to right order. So there is that chance, I suppose, that if Zerodoom holds onto it for a little bit long, then you can forget it. Whoop. Not going for the bug.
Yeah, the bug opportunity was going to be if the Amba kept walking there, but he didn't. Flirt done now. We chose not to get the double agent. It was a kind of a lonely CC, but we have one mission done. It's just we're not making great progress here. We've spent a lot of time doing flirt. We do have a book in hand that we could dump for one more mission, but there are 3 to go after that, and then we're coming up on 1 minute left.
We're at the time add corner, and time will be added. A green test coming through, giving us an extra 45 seconds to play with. Of course, since it's a green test, the sniper's clock is now going to slow down. Looks like Zerodoom is completing missions. It's going to be a green book dump. Going to be doing some read animations here. In fact, going for 2, which is the necessary amount if you're going up against an etiquette sniper.
I'm still worried about the time, to be honest with you. I mean, you're going to have to be on your horse for the rest of this just to get missions done. It looks like we're going to go for inspects here, maybe. Yep. But assuming you don't swap here, the double agent's right there. That gets you to 4, and then you have a whole other mission to do.
Looking at this party, though, it's very high lit. At this point, Zerodoom becomes added to a list of about 8 people who are currently highlighted. So that means that whilst, yes, he takes that highlight now and he gets that third mission done, there's quite a few people as far as Sheph is concerned who could be finishing soon. And now I feel like we do need to get that double agent contact, find that last mission after that.
They're off a banana bread and get the bug while low lights come off, but not going to do that.
Well, we are going back, potentially, but just as we decide to go for it, double agent does leave. I think Zerodoom still could go for the bug, and let's see if he does attempt it. Yeah, great standing bug. Means he does get it. Sniper's vision completely obscured on the other side.
Yep.
And oh dear, Queen's at statues. That could just be a shot coming out of Sheph if he thinks that Queen needs to finish. We'll see what Sheph does decide to do.
Zerodoom's in a bad position where he has to chase the double agent and hope she gets into a convo. You really don't want that.
Toby is on this side of the map, which is good. It means we can get ourselves...
pull over. You got to pull over Toby. You got to pull over Toby right now.
Oh no, he's leaving conversation instead. He's going
to go for a statue.
He's going to try and swap. 4 seconds
3,
left. I don't think he has time.
2, 1.
Oh, he's done it.
He barely got it off. 10 seconds of overtime. Yeah, but he's going to get shot. Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Too bad. That's too bad. I mean, I think that came down to poor time management by Zerodoom. That was a pretty good game of Spy, other than the fact that we didn't get our missions done in time.
You've roboted out a little bit, Kaylee.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I agree with Kaylee's point there that Zerodoom, for the most part, was scoring ahead. I think the main issue was that he took a brief break at the 1 minute mark after he did the triple inspect.
Yeah.
Could have joined the conversation with the double agent and the ambassador at the same time and really just accelerated that mission progress. But other than that, relatively strong. And Sheph, shooting for that statue swap towards the end is a good sniper play.
Yeah, exactly. Am I more
Yep, you're good.
audible now?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree. I think that the play there for Zerodoom was if you're going to do bug DA, I mean, do it right there, especially with about a minute left.
Yeah.
Against a non-behavioral sniper, you're really not well served by just going and idling for a few of those seconds because you can get absolutely destroyed by the double agent leaving your
especially on a map like Library, you don't get rewarded for idling nearly as well as you do on a smaller map.
Indeed.
All right. Anyway, the next game, first game for Sheph as spy as red dress. Counting it down, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Red dress, Oprah, curly hair, most polygons in the game.
Most
Sheph,
polygons in the game. Looks like maybe hunting down an early bug here.
Destruction target as well.
Yeah, but the Amba didn't really cooperate with that, so we're just going to start with the long distance flirt probably.
The thing I find most interesting when viewing a library game is just spectating the sniper really for that first 30 seconds and seeing how active the laser is. Right now, Zerodoom is very active, and look at the party. It's super active on this left-hand side.
Almost we got 2 bugs, 1 at statues. Yep.
That's the if you could go over to the right-hand side, that's when you start to get your opportunities for stuff like action transfers or even just direct microfilm transfers if you can take that.
Too much going on.
Sheph, though, not really exploiting, I suppose, the busyness of the party
very
as far,
nice.
but does it
very nice bug. Yes.
It's very nice.
It was nice not only because it was a reverse drive-by bug, but it was a nice bug as well because it was well-timed. Sheph had a good feel for when the laser was moving away and coming back, moving away and coming back, and got it in during that dead zone.
Yeah, so whilst you might not get super amounts of mission progress in the first minute if you idle, you do kind of get an idea of how your opponent is going to snipe on library, which can just be as valuable for the later stages of your spy play. This is a really valuable conversation. Double agents here, and we're going to contact them with the banana bread. It is going to be a white test, but it doesn't really matter. It's just so busy. A couple of lowlights coming out. Looks like 3 is the amount Sheph will settle for here.
We chose to take a rather poor flirt, and now we've put ourselves in danger of having to do a 4 flirt. Yeah, we're almost certainly going to have to do a 4 flirt here. I don't even think if he greens it, that's going to suffice to finish missions. Yeah, white test will get it to 76%.
I think that's fine if we leave this conversation sooner rather than later and start progress up on statues. At this point, you're going to get a highlight if you go middle statue and get those inspects down. But, this party has been relatively busy so far, so Zerodoom's going to have a rather hard time pinning you as the spy.
I don't like the standing in convo for as long as he did. I mean, he's already been in that convo for a long time, so no reason to be afraid of leaving. And I think pretty clearly you don't want a timer flirt there. So I'm just going to walk away, drain that timer, and go right back in for the flirt. The old long Twitch flirt. And finish that mission up. Yep.
3 out of 5 done in a minute 20 left here, Kaylee. I think statues make the most sense, but there is the potential that maybe you get that purloin. If you get a green test and then go to statues, then you get enough chaos, I suppose, coming out. But Sheph looking like statues would be
do that cool 360 first. And then we might be going for the classic inspect swap finish here. Certainly doing inspects without doing the swap right after puts you in a much more difficult position because you're going to have the highlight as you try to do the purloin or the microfilm or whatever it is you try to do that isn't swap.
There it is. All statues have been inspected.
Impressive.
Oh, wow.
Was that for more than 2 cycles?
Yeah, may have been.
I'm not sure when that shot occurred. Did we see I don't think he saw the bug, did he? Yeah, no way.
The bug was invisible, but I do think this could have been a 3 cycle.
Yeah.
On the statues. 1, 2. Yeah, it was a 3rd cycle.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Very nice etiquette shot then from Zerodoom.
Yeah, really solid shot. I think if Sheph managed to get one of those inspects as a green and finish off all 3 in one go, then that would have been a really difficult game for Zerodoom to win a sniper. But as it turned out, action tests win games sometimes, and Zerodoom definitely took that.
They do. It's always so difficult when your opponent can shoot for a 3 cycle. Puts so much pressure on you to hit those action tests on the inspects.
So far, 1-for-1 as far as spy play is concerned. Sniper Party is active. Library is a map where spies can dominate if they get some, good fortune on their side or a good mission, I suppose, coming through. Purloin can really change things up. So I'm really interested to see if Zerodoom attempts that this game.
Indeed. And those both could have very much been spy wins as well. The first game with Zerodoom and Spy, just basically an uncooperative DA away from a win there, I feel. And Sheph hit some green tests. I think that game goes very differently.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready to go. Third match. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Cowboy, Tex, SP, whatever the names, Crazy Kaylee. We got a couple. Carlos.
Slim.
Hat. I think I've heard someone call him Hat before. There's some great names for
Hat just seems kind of vague to me.
I mean, it's the
I
most
guess you're probably not
gorgeous
referring
hat,
to general.
I think.
Yeah, it's definitely the best hat. All right, straight to the books. We could run with it. No, we couldn't run with it.
Yeah, it looks like Zerodoom's potentially not going for it.
Now,
does do 1 cycle, now leaving. Gonna join conversation with.
Problem with this is that you've got a book in hand now, though. Like, this is a great bug spot. It's you're hidden behind a pillar and you can bug. The only problem is that you got a book and you can't do it.
I kind of like it though, because if Zerodoom is wanting to kind of take some heat off his character this game, then he kind of says to the sniper, "Look, I got a book in my hand. Can't bug, but still watch this side of the party. Get scared, divide your resources. What are you missing? What are other people doing?" And so if you're able to use that somewhat to your advantage, then that's good. And the flirt this time has been rather quick. We're up to 99%. Tobo is rolling in his sleep right now, but I'm sure Zerodoom can find some more mission progress. Mission progress wasn't really the issue for Zerodoom in the previous game. It was kind of the way he decided to end it.
Yep, super long distance. No reason to stand next to them here.
Yeah, I know.
So this is a classic. You haven't played enough matches against KCM yet. Combo placement there. With 99%, you should be standing as far as possible from everyone else in the conversation circle, really.
I do like the way Zerodoom's playing, though. He's abusing the fact that you can't see everything on library as a sniper, and so joins the combo, flirts, immediately leaves. There's no reason for Sheph to ever know he was there, and there's the book dump. We're up to 2 missions at 2 minutes, which is relatively good progress for library.
Reasonable progress. We're not going super fast, but we're going faster than we were last time, so we might be able to finish without a time ad right here.
Double Agent is here. Is going to be a green contact and the split as well. Zerodoom immediately leaving conversation, but does get stuck on a couple of AI there, so not going to be able to secure any low lights. Sheph this time takes 3, takes 4, a couple of highlights reduced to low lights as well, which is dangerous for Doom. And we're going to
credit for the split though, so that was very good by Sheph to notice that Carlos was in that convo. In fact, might be if the fact that he's not low lit probably means he's a little bit high lit or has some increased suspicion.
He's paying a lot of attention to what statue is in the hands of Zerodoom.
As well he should.
Is very concerned that the potential swap comes out. Is going to be just the 3 inspects, 1 more mission to go, and that's going to give Sheph some ease of mind. Perhaps now he starts focusing on other AI. Zerodoom has Ambassador in sight. Are we going for the bug here, or are we going to try something else? That's a bug path if I've ever seen one. Oh, the Ambassador.
Oh, that's
he tries it anyway.
Visible. That was clearly visible on the sniper's camera.
Sheph doesn't shoot.
Sheph doesn't shoot. I don't think he shot. He'd be dead. Yeah.
This is swap coming. Oh, it's a green swap as well. At 40 seconds, this might work for Zerodoom. Let's see what happens when he reveals that the statue is still as it should be. And
yeah, this is where your camping skills are really going to be tested. You're going to have to remember that Carlos was there.
Alice is the one to come swap it. She is not currently highlighted. What does Sheph think of this is the real question. Alice, swap comes through. Sheph's seen that it's swapped. He gives the highlight to Alice as well. 5 seconds and the missed shot comes through.
Yep.
Zerodoom finds the spy win.
Sometimes green tests win games. That's all there is to that.
Yeah, green test swap is particularly powerful on library where you can't always see you can't. It's much harder to see the fade.
Indeed.
So.
Yeah, you have to shoot either because they were holding it off to the side and you can clearly see the statue snap, or you can play a little behaviorally and see, well, Carlos did center statues, then went to another statue, and try to get it that way. There was probably a little unlikely that Alice was done because obviously she's an AI. She hadn't really done any missions, but she hadn't gone to center statues, for instance. Wasn't trying to last minute drop some missions.
And I'm not sure where she was during the BB, but it's hard. Library is a hard map.
All right. Yeah, library is a hard map, and when you're desperately trying to find a spy as that clock is beeping in your face, then you can kind of understand why someone might shoot someone who hasn't previously done anything particularly suspicious.
Yep. All right. Anyway, Sheph becoming the thing that they just shot, Alice.
I like the mind games.
Is this some sort of karma here?
If he wins, it definitely is redemption.
Anyway, we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Galloping on to library. I'll have to see how Sheph decides to tackle this one.
We're galloping because we're Alice, obviously. I've been playing way too much Mind Party not to get that pun.
Innocent conversation, though, for Sheph to start things off, and we're talking. It means that we're kind of stuck if we want to obey rules, but Zerodoom is paying quite a bit of resources, I suppose, to that right-hand side, Yellow Bookshelf side, due to the fact that he didn't quite get eyes on statues before Walt or Pearls arrived at them.
Yep, Boots in our conversation. We can get that banana bread done if we want now. Yep, there we go.
Banana bread.
Early banana bread, no split, despite the fact it was a green. We are now going to side statues here. We'll have to see how Zerodoom plays it. That's a good highlight. Decides to not low-light anyone due to the fact that he didn't have eyes on them and instead provides the highlight. That's kind of the sniper play you want if you don't have full information.
Sure is. One option here is to go statue right on over to that last statue and hope you forgot which one you were at, but chooses not to do that. It's not a hard tell, but if they catch you, it's certainly a very, very, very destructive behavioral tell to do that.
That banana bread, unfortunately, did low-light Mr. A, one of our early statue touches, which gives Zerodoom some confidence that at least one of the statues on the right-hand side was in swap, but Pearls, the seduction target, still remains highlight here, as well as a couple of others, so we're still going to have to provide some stuff.
We're in useless conversations quite a bit so far this game, burning a lot of time.
Really trying to just... I suppose lower the heat on the fact that we've gone to statues earlier on into the party, as well as being in a conversation with a double agent. At this current point, though, kind of hoping that Pearl comes to us, or at least we can get to Pearl quickly.
Yeah, we have 0% flirt. We're going to need to get a move on a little bit here.
Disaster for Sheph. The bouncing coming out of Pearl there. Zerodoom decides to low-light for it as well. So a couple behavioralist low-lights coming through from Zerodoom, deciding that no spy is going to bounce onto the ambassador that well, purposely not bugging. And so that's at least one less target.
One thing that both players could be doing better is they're both playing a little bit behaviorally cautiously as spy. Like they're spending lots of time in idle conversations, that kind of thing. And that's really not what library is about, in my opinion. Library is just all about, find a gap in where the sniper's looking and just hard tell, and get missions done. Just do it while the sniper's not looking. Here we're playing very cautiously and trying to lose heat on a map, on probably the hardest map to lose heat in the game, because even if you idle, the sniper has to notice it as well, and that's less likely here.
Ooh, that was awkward. Oh, okay, actually, no, it's not. I was worried watching Zerodoom's sniper there. Orange Dress kind of just did a path on the ambassador that looked like it could have been a bug, but instead actually receives a neutral light for it. So Zerodoom's really just lowering the suspicion rate of some of these targets, and now with Sheph finishing up in specs, this could be very disastrous if he was to continue doing missions here.
There was a fingerprint on that statue, which we chose not to pick up.
That is interesting.
Way behind the time curve here as well. Yeah, we're probably going to add time here, I imagine.
Zerodoom's watching for it. 30 seconds on the clock. Any time add now is going to be very obvious to the sniper. And Sheph is almost being burnt out. In fact, he is. Decides to go for the book here with the
20
seduction
seconds.
Target.
I mean, we have to flirt, we have to slam that book back and do something else.
and time ad. You really don't have any options.
Yeah, you can't win without a time ad here.
14 seconds on the clock.
Oh, no,
Chef
we
joining
can't.
a useless conversation.
Can't stand
Start
here.
talk, stop talk, leaves conversation, goes to time ad window. Doom's all over this, he knows.
This is
And he's actually just
GG.
burning Chef out. Not a fan of the timeout, I'm going to say. You know, if you are playing Spy, at least from my philosophy, you're likely to lose more often than you'll win. And if you're timing out, you're just losing. You know, you're better to at least attempt time ads, attempt a mission, and make that sniper shoot you. I think fear of being shot is something people need to get over.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to throw that watch check out there and hope he doesn't shoot you for it.
The likelihood that Chef comes back from that is slim. I'm not disputing that. It's just more the fact that, you know, if you're timing out, you're just accepting the loss instead of fighting for the win.
Indeed. So I believe we have 3-1 now in favor of Zerodoom.
We do indeed. And move on to the next map, which is Zerodoom's pick. So that means that Zerodoom nearly swept Sheph's own pick, which is always a good feeling.
Oh, for sure. Library's a map that Doom is confident on and has picked previously. So, you know, Doom was definitely feeling the library pick when it came against him. But now on Ballroom, this is a map that either you like or hate, I think. And there's lots of opportunities, really, to find those wins, especially on a 4 out of 8 map.
All right. Are both of you all loaded up?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Mr. Taft here, looking to wobble his arms on our ambassador. Oh, I was thinking he was going straight for it, but nope. Decides just to go for the buggable path without taking the bug.
Pretty good cover for this book steal. Yeah, we're going to take it away. There's a reasonable chance that we haven't been seen with it.
Doing the old, I took this from blue and now I'm standing here.
Just going to put it right back. No. Oh, that's a daring briefcase pickup there.
That is, but I feel like that briefcase pickup almost gives us the confidence to then actually pop that into the blue bookshelf. We didn't get shot for standing on the pad, and that's enough without the briefcase.
Oh,
doesn't get seen. The sniper was zoomed right in on the ambassador.
Zoomed in the middle. Yep, that was a cautionary tale about why it's problematic to zoom in too much.
True. I would be somewhat surprised, I think, if Doom decides that returning to green bookshelf is the right call here, but he does go for that.
Yep.
I mean, once you've stepped onto the blue bookshelf pad and not got shot for returning that briefcase, I feel like you just have to take that.
We are invisible. This is a free action test if we want to do it. Yeah.
Goes for it.
Yeah, never going to get seen. Yep.
All right, so we've got some mission progress here. Fingerprint and the green microfilm in our pocket. Looking at Carlos here, seduction target. He's not available, so let's go middle statues and find ourselves and inspect. The only issue with doing this next to a character like Pearl is that Pearl's animations tend to be a little bit longer than ours. Taft's one of the speedier characters, so we're not going to get our 3 inspects. There's just almost no guarantee that we can do that.
Nope. One of the things both players are not doing is sort of in between getting missions, getting other missions. A lot of players will do a mission, pause, do a mission, pause, when really you should be sort of completing missions in between completing missions, if that makes sense. Notice there's 0% flirt progress right now. And in between some of those things, we were walking around with the books, we were getting statues. We maybe could have been picking up flirts and have been done with flirt by now.
Oh, no.
That was a extremely visible bug. Yep.
That's a shot as well. Yeah. Zerodoom does get punished for the bug. And once more, I think it was a tale of caution, which just didn't really produce the spy win. A little bit more bravery, I suppose, or confidence in knowing that you can just get missions done could have put Zerodoom in a better position.
Yeah, and just not a lot of cover over there. Maybe if there had been a few people in that front left combo, that would have been a bit better, but just completely clear. If you're looking at the ambassador at all, you're going to see that.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Got the second ballroom match. First one from Sheph as Papa Danger, also known as Morgan Freeman. Ready to go? In 3, 2, 1, planet.
Since I'm casting with Kaylee, I feel like I am obligated to refer to him as Papa Danger. But it is Kane or Morgan Freeman in my vocabulary, and I'm really looking forward to see if Sheph goes for any bugs. I mean, newest update, the Kane side bug has been nerfed a little bit, but on Borum it's still very viable.
Yep. Sheph unable to resist the allure of the siren song of flirt and statue value there. Although the problem is that that's going to be even more suspicious than center statue normally is, just because there were a lot of people at that set of statues already. We don't even get inspects done. Oh, we're going to go statue
But we
to
do get
statue
statue
as well.
to statue.
Yeah.
This is a lot of heat. We'll
it is, but I like
it.
I like it. There's a pretty good chance that it's just going to fly under the radar, and Zerodoom's not going to remember that he went statue to statue.
Especially if Sheph decides to pause for just a little bit here and maybe idle for a minute or so, not do anything super threatening. At this moment,
now would be a
though,
great time to do a flirt. Yeah.
Who was at statues with us? It was both Salmon and Seek. So unfortunately, this conversation could actually provide more concern for Zerodoom than Sheph would like. Both guys split out. Now we're in a very useful conversation. Seduction target and double agent ready to go. Sheph currently idling. Here's the flirt, 60% with the white test.
Yeah, we really wanted to hit that green so that we could still get a guaranteed 3 flirt. Now we have to hit a green on the last one. Did not get the double agent done. 2 minutes left, though, so we're in reasonable shape.
You look at those highlights, you can see it's Kane.
Oh, why are we going back again?
Oh, we must be swapping. That's the only thing I can think of.
Unless
Sheph... fingerprint works as well. There is that theory that some challenger players adopt that, hey, I visited 3 statues. No way I'm the spy. But
yeah, it's an entirely proper behavioral thing to do. It's just even if you do it, the sniper has to be like, well, you know what? That makes so much sense that I'm going to low light you. Otherwise, you're just in the sniper's mind as someone who is being weird, even if it's AI weird.
This is a very close...
Have to pick up the briefcase as a justification. Oh, no.
Yeah, got stuck.
Oh, man. That was tough.
There is only the smallest of chance that an AI would actually get stuck in that scenario. Sheph actually moves off the pad to pick up the briefcase, which is a kind of hard tell if you're looking for it. Now returning. This is mission completion on the fingerprint. Are we bugging whilst we're here? No, we're not.
Should.
Just returning.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we actually tried it. Failed it,
we missed. We started it too late. We should have held closer to the AMBA for longer, and that would have taken.
Yeah, the range shifts when you're walking as compared to standing.
Purloin here.
Also, the ambassador is contact is.
No Purloin here, but how are we gonna win now? Like, we have to go get a green flirt, and then we have to do something else.
As far as Doom's concerned as well, if you've seen the fingerprint, if you've seen the contact, if you've seen the statues, then you just assume flirt's done as well. Now you definitely assume it's done. That's a quick talk, and that's going to be the shot.
That's too bad. Yeah, just a little bit behind the time curve. Both these players, a good proportion of the games so far.
Yeah, it's mostly step-by-step mission completion. Now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do this. Whereas you kind of want to go, I'm going to do this, then that, and this at the same time, and really start to get that.
Missions in between missions. Exactly. And that's sort of the efficient way to do it. That's how you buy back that 1 minute or so that you really need to finish.
All right, and with that, we're on to looks like the third game of Ballroom. Zerodoom is currently up 4-2, so he's in a pretty comfortable spot here. See if he can extend that lead. In 3, 2, 1, planet.
Playing Seek here with a drink in our hand. Looks like we may just join a conversation or even go to statues and get some mission progress. No, just to window pads. I want to dump the drink at this point, but Zerodoom's holding on to it.
We're just hanging out, not doing a lot. Can't go to that bookcase. I mean, you could, but then the traditional wee woo 3 to bookcase. Oh boy, almost.
It's not as bad, actually.
Almost. I mean, Papa Danger bailed out of there right as we arrived.
Yeah, that's an interesting one to see who who treats that as canon and who kind of doesn't care.
Yeah.
As far as the actual spacing between all three characters at the bookshelf was concerned, that's a very justifiable 3 bookshelf. You can do that, and Ponoob will be very okay with it. But
absolutely should fire off the banana bread here. You're never going to get a better banana bread than this.
Everyone's in conversation pretty much. Are we going for
Mom,
it? We
Mom was the only low light for a bit there. Now you get Carlos and Queen as well. Yeah, and now the double agent leaves. Yeah,
missed
that's
opportunity for Zerodoom.
Mm.
Something that I'm sure if they do any VOD review can appreciate. That's a portion that could have been really executed on.
Nope.
Bug didn't come out. I think that actually may have not landed. Also, we had the risk of our arm just sticking out into the sniper's view. So I'm actually on board with not bugging there. There was more risk than reward potentially. The issue is though,
again, yeah, we're not doing missions between missions again here. Yeah, we're got one mission done. We've got a green book. Used about half the time available on the map.
Ambassador's on right side. Toby's here as well. This is when you want to chuck this into the green bookshelf. There's more reason to be looking right than there is left.
Are we going to do action test transfer here? That's going to take up even more time.
Yeah, it is an action test. Not really noticed from Sheph. Zoomed in into massive camera movement.
Yeah.
Now we're going to return the book.
But I'm just worried about that clock. I mean, we have to go to Blue Bookcase. We have to do the action. We're sitting at this bookcase forever. It's going to take at least another 15 to 20 seconds to do that part. And then we have to do 3 more missions.
Yep. Into the conversation with the double agent. It needs to be quick if you want to get progress here. And here it comes. It is green. Doesn't take the bug, unfortunately, though. It would have been free low.
Mm-hmm.
And now Zerodoom's 2 out of 4.
White Purloin.
White Purloin. Let's see if this gets spotted by Sheph. Currently looking at the middle of the map. Hasn't got Toby in sights. Now potentially sees that the guest list is missing. But what is he thinking? The way he's moving isn't really indicative of suspicion on 21. Zerodoom. Go to middle statues. Gulp it.
Go to the bookcase at least. Taft, danger shot, gets the shot. Apparently thought that Taft had done that Purloin.
That's going to be the shot coming through. Let's see what Taft did.
Yeah, let's look at this from the sniper's view.
So we visited statues early on. Taft kind of just chilled in a conversation for the entirety of the game after that. So the thing that was real was the potential for Inspects, Seduce, Double Agent, and Purloin. So that is 4 missions. It's a justifiable shot, but unfortunately the wrong one.
Yep. But a good shot. Well-timed shot.
Right. Anyway, yes. Zerodoom is now 1 away from locking in at least a draw. Going to see if he can pull this off.
It's a great position to be in.
Yeah, exactly. And Sheph has a long way to go if they want to have any chance of even a draw. We'll find out here. We got Stam in danger as spy. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
At this point, I think that Sheph needs to start mixing up the spy game. Instantly going to sip that drink in conversation, which is an etiquette hardtail, but so far so good. Leaving conversation, joining with the seduction target. Seems like we're upping the pace and a green test on the 51%. Really nice stuff, but I kind of want to see Sheph do something else from this point because you need to win spy games. You need to start doing stuff. And there it is. Wow. Green action test on the Purloin, Kaylee.
I like it. It's aggressive. Purloin hasn't really been used a lot this match. And really the snipers have been able to concentrate their attention on a lot fewer things than really they should be able to get away with. So hopefully, this should work pretty well. I don't think Sheph has a lot of heat. I don't even think his green test was noticed. So
it has been noticed. It's been noticed in the sense that
I mean the reject wasn't noticed, I think.
Yeah, for sure. The kind of angle that Doom was holding hid Toby for the most part. So we now got our Seduce. These are greens. Chef's pulling out the greens, Kaylee, and now 2 missions done. This is great progress.
All the greens for days. That's exactly what you want. I mean, if obviously greens make it easier to win a spy is no surprise to anyone, but this is a great start. 2 minutes left to go. and we've got a couple of them, or one of the most time-consuming missions done as well.
I do not like the pause in action here from Sheph. At
Yeah.
2 minutes into the game, if you were to inspect and then throw out that contact double agent pretty much soon after, there's almost zero chance that Zerodoom takes the shot. It's just so early.
That was a cheeky bug. If we were standing there for a chance at that cheeky bug, then I like that convo positioning retroactively, but I don't know if that was intentional or not. See, we're laser locked here. We want to do double agent next, I feel like. I think that Sheph has a plan, but that it definitely involves doing banana bread first. Or maybe not.
If Queen and Smallman are the suspects, and if Sheph's been able to kind of observe that, right now he is just doing that, observing the party, then there is the opportunity to force the miss shot from Zerodoom, which is a very nice way to take a spy win, because you don't actually put too much on the risk of you being shot, but obviously there is the risk that you might time out. Currently, though, double agents aren't really providing super useful for our dream. There it is. Double agent joins conversation with Smallman. This has to be the contact now from Sheph.
Not moving. We burned all the time that we earned by our good start. We burned 1.5 minutes. That's a fake.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
great frame. Yeah,
it's
we're
a
trying to frame
Smallman standing next to the ambassador. Smallman took the guest list. Smallman's got a contact. What is Smallman going to do next?
That was a horrible path from Smallman as well.
Just shoot him already, Zerodoom. For Sheph's sake.
We're so committed to the frame here when we didn't need to be. We could have walked over there and done a banana bread.
Let's see how we finish this one off. This is great patience from Zerodoom, but I feel like if Smallman talks right now, then he gets shot. Let's see if it happens. 15 seconds left for the shot to come through. Will Smallman talk? 10 seconds left on the clock. Sheph is currently just idling at window. We're going to add time.
Yeah, waiting for that last second time ad, probably.
Nice. I like this.
Oh, now that's terrible. He walked near the Amba. But no overtime beeps. No overtime beeps. Yeah.
If Doom has got a steady head.
Yep. There go all the lowlights. Yep.
Oh, dear. Oh!
Queen for fingerprinting. Very interesting there.
Yeah,
really interesting.
Except, I mean, I was watching this actually match live, and afterwards, mentioned that, like, the overtime hadn't happened yet. You would get 10 full seconds in this this instance of overtime beeping.
Yeah, no need to take the shot there. You will know when the spy is done with missions because you will get that. You will get those ticks. Yep.
It's one of those things where you just panic because SCL games make people panic sometimes.
Oh, the nerves they rush high, especially when you're this close to the top in Challenger, knowing that every match just gets harder and harder. So for Zerodoom being up, you want to take the win. Unfortunately, though, just forgot the fundamentals there of the basics that you will hear an overtime beep in overtime. After the clock hits 0-0, you get that value as a sniper. So have to wait.
Yep, and so we're at 5-3 now, I believe, instead of 6-2, which is a dramatic difference going into the single matches. Speaking of which, on we go.
Yep, here we go. We are at the this is Sheph pick again, so in potentially a good position to come back. We'll see in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And when we discussed the draft earlier, we all pretty much unanimously agreed that the pub pick from Sheph is where, the game is going to be won for Sheph, if anything. It's a map that you don't play very often in SCL. And so if any map is going to give the advantage in this series, it has to be Carbon.
Yep. Dead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just one of those. There was a moment of opportunity. The laser was visibly on Zerodoom's screen moving to highlight, and he went for it. Unfortunately, though, there is some latency.
If that spike happens 1 second earlier, then the column blacks it completely effectively. But alas, no. 5-4. Sheph with the chance to tie it up.
Yeah,
right off the bat.
I'm just looking at it again from the sniper's view. It's incredibly visible.
I think,
but it wasn't 1 second earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it from Zerodoom's point of view, and minus 1 second in your head as it happens, he's looking at that laser swinging over to the right, and he's going, okay, this is my opportunity to get the bug. It's just unfortunate that depending on the locations of your opponents, there are sometimes greater laser lag than instant. And so for Zerodoom, it was a good thought, just unfortunately was over. The opportunity was over as soon as he saw it.
All right, and with that, Sheph manages to bring it to within one. Another one here, and they will be tied. Let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, planet.
Wants that early flirt, maybe? No, going right in. Bug opportunity. No, doesn't want to take that.
Wise would have been slightly obvious, kind of in the scenario where there was no one actually blocking him.
And why risk the getting shot right away and handing that sort of psychological relief back to your opponent? It's often good when your opponent has taken a really early loss to make them sweat it out in the next game.
Oh, I mean, at this point, Zerodoom has to be sweating. He's had almost a sure win at the glimpse that's just turned into a 4-5 with the opportunity for Sheph to tie things up going into the last map. And when you consider who spies first, who snipes first, it's made even worse. Zerodoom will have to spy first if he was to lose this next game on Courtyard of all maps, and so you're not even guaranteed a win at that point.
Yep. Just making good general progress here. We got one inspect done now. We need to probably flirt here, I'd imagine, and get that double agent. Although we're a pretty high suspect, unfortunately.
Fingerprintable statue, I believe it was.
Yes, it was.
Which just adds to the heat on Sheph. But as you mentioned, it's good progress. Inspect done and everything else is starting to go. Not quite in range for the bug, I don't think, but we are going to go for the double agent. In fact, we are in range for the bug. Does Sheph go for it? No, he does not. Right in front of the sniper, I feel probably just too scared to go for it, but it was a packed conversation. There was a double agent contact.
Yeah, and Seek is in front of us. So that could have potentially blocked for us, but I think I agree with don't do it there. Don't really need to. We can just go pick up a flirt and hopefully get that last fingerprint somewhere.
The briefcase really is interested. At our feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Although we'd really prefer that the ammo go to bar, but we are going to pick up the fingerprint for briefcase. Check the return. Oh, very nice stop. Very nice stop indeed. Stop. Mm-hmm.
At this point, if Sheph isn't the main suspect, then I don't know who is. But also, at this point, Sheph only needs 2 more flirts.
Yeah, you got to shoot for a timer flirt here, which is going to be very difficult.
Looking at the rest of the party, the only other highlight is Taft currently standing in a conversation with the suspected double agent. Here comes the talk animation from Sheph. It's his second flirt for 68%, pretty much guaranteeing that he'll hit a 3 flirt if he can find the third. And ultimately, you want to find it at a pad rather than a CC conversation.
Yeah. We're seeing the power of making aggressive early mission progress here. Even if you're a high suspect, the sniper looks at the clock as you walk into this conversation, sees there's 2 minutes left, and says, well, that guy's still got to do something. He's got to do a hard tell that I can look for. He's got to do something obvious that I'm going to notice, because there's no way he's basically done already. And it doesn't matter. All Sheph has to do here is flirt for the win because of that early aggression.
He's at bar. Go, Sheph, go.
This is going to be a little close, I think. No, we're fine. We're fine.
This is this is great. A bar flirt, there's no visible action that the seduce comes through. We've got the mission win countdown. It's not the worst. We waited a
perilously long time to request that drink.
3 seconds left. It has to come out now from Zerodoom, and it will not. Sheph has done the impossible. From so far back, he's managed to tie it up at 5-5.
Yeah, impressive. Going into the last map, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. This is Courtyard. Anything can happen on Courtyard.
Indeed, Sheph got broken early on Library. Since then, they've been trading sets, and Sheph finally gets the break back there on Pub. And it all comes down to the DE Dust 2 of Spy Party Courtyard.
All right, here we go. We got Irish Zerodoom as Irish on Spy, and 3, 2, 1, planet.
This is where your mental gets tested, as the Koreans put it. Can you power through to find the win? You've had such a high at the beginning of the game, and now you're in a point where it's a low, and you really just want to try and convert that back to at least a neutral, so you have the best chance of coming out at least with a tie.
Indeed. Although, really, Spy Party is a game that tests your mental like every single game unceasingly. As the chat was talking about, there are folks who are extremely far more dangerous when they're not playing SCL than when they are, because just this game can get to you, and especially playing it competitively can get to you.
I can definitely agree with that. I find that my SCL games are far less fluid than my regular games. I've really been trying to fight to make myself at home as much as possible. It's a challenge.
Not a lot of progress so far. We're going to crash bug, but that's visible.
Yes.
And Sheph has the draw and has a chance to spy for the win.
Oh man.
So you're just a little bit too tempted by those garbage bugs right now.
Well, it's a little more, laser lag comes into play.
Yeah. Although I don't know about laser lag there. I mean, he was pretty consistently on that side of the map. Yeah.
I was just let's see, where was Zerodoom looking? I guess
right at the bug, where the bug was going to be.
Yeah, at the bug and not so much at the laser.
Yeah. There is a portion of laser lag before he leaves the conversation that you could argue the laser kind of goes around almost in a baiting movement.
Yeah.
You can Zerodoom, I think, just hard committed. If he was to look at the laser, I'm sure he could have seen on his end that it was coming back towards him. Obviously, we don't know how much lag there was, but he was well and truly baited there.
But either way, now Zerodoom is going to be playing for a draw as a sniper. I mean, if you're going to be playing for a draw, I'd rather be a sniper than a spy. But
agreed.
But this is still a nerve-wracking position, almost certainly. There may be a little bit of tilting going on.
I mean, I've been here in the exact same spot as Zerodoom in a challenger game, and you know that you're sniping to try and get that last game. And as far as mentality is concerned, you're at a low point at this point, so there is the opportunity for Sheph to snipe the spy win.
Yep, and we'll see. Sheph is Alice once again. Going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, you just got to forget about everything else that's happened in the map right now. If you're around the match, if you're Zerodoom right now, you just gotta. I mean, if you'd put it to yourself at the beginning of this match that you just have to snipe for one game for the draw, you'd be like, all right, that's a doable thing. I can do that. It's courtyard, you know. And that's the way you got to think about it here. Just play your normal courtyard game. You're the sniper. You have the advantage. Just play cool, play normal, and you give yourself the best chance anyway at pulling out that 1 point.
I mean, as Kletos puts it, just shoot the spy.
I was probably going to be seen if he did the bug there.
100% seen, yeah, and holds on to his wit. I think Sheph's had some good patience with not taking bugs that potentially have the chance of succeeding, but might not. We've got some flirt progress here, 47%. Let's see how Sheph does decide to go. A briefcase is sitting right next to us, the ambassador wanting it returned. %47% is, it's good, because you pretty much guarantee a 3 flirt from any distance, but it's bad because you didn't quite hit the opportunity for the 2 flirt.
It's comfortable at the very least.
Yeah.
It's that white.
79 means that the next white flirt will likely get us the 3 flirt that we want to complete seduce the target.
Not technically a guaranteed 3 flirt, but as long as we're at all careful to not stand at max distance, it should be fine.
Sheph, though, opting to idle here, does decide to finally get the skates on, going to the time ad window potentially, or we're just letting time go. Oh yeah, it is the green check of the watch, adding an extra 45 seconds to clock.
Nice.
Double agent and seduction target are in the same target. All right, so we're idling here. Sheph really just wants to lower any potential heat that's on him.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh boy, that's not how we wanted that to go. Still should be okay, but that was dangerous.
In the red.
There's the contact. It's a green. A couple of lowlights coming out, but actually none of the highlights that have already touched statues. Wheels and Seek both have been to statues, and both are in conversations that have double agents potentially in them.
And now we're in the courtyard trap. I mean, we have to do inspects presumably, or we have to do yet another hard tell / fingerprint.
Moving once more, going to statues.
Look at this! Look at the sniper view. Look at the sniper view right now. Not rotating.
Oh, wow.
Could get away with a sneaky swap.
Eyes are on Seek. Eyes are on Wheels. There is the swap. What happens here? Zerodoom, the swap has come through. Who was at the
just
statue
inspect
last?
for the win here.
Holy moly. 8 seconds left. I don't think Zerodoom noticed the statue was swapped. And that's going to be a win by looks of it from Sheph. Oh, it's actually the shot coming through.
Takes the shot on Seek, who presumably might have been there earlier, but no. Sheph takes it with a fortuitous swap.
So Seek just picked up the briefcase, and that is the reason why Zerodoom went for the shot there. Good timing in the sense that it was during the mission win countdown, but it just wasn't the right shot.
Yeah, must just not have seen the swap.
Yeah, so I think at one point, Sheph was down 4-1 or 5-1 even.
Yeah.
And brought it back. Very nice. Very nice.
All right. And with that,
I think that's a big learning experience. Is probably the way I would put it.
Yep. So with that, we're going to move on to the next match, which will be on Turnout 8 versus Checker. Checker being the developer of this very game.